Hello, you watch anime? You like Japanese? You read manga? That's your thing? That's what you like? You like that? I like that too. Welcome to my channel. It's Kimmy Coleman. Today we're going to be talking about Duolingo, Japanese. I did my 100-day streak as I told you guys in the video prior to this one. If you're interested in that, just take a clickaroo. As a beginner and as a 100-day streak owner, is it effective? Did I learn anything? What do I know? What are we gathering? What are the pros and the cons of this app? And some tips, things I wish somebody told me when I started learning. Does Duolingo work? Okay, so I wrote them down because I didn't want to forget anything. Found it. So the pros. I can now recognize words when I'm watching my Japanese TV. So when I'm watching anime, if I'm watching Terrace House or any other shows, it's mainly just anime. I love anime. I noticed that I can pick up on phrases and some words, even when they have the subtitles at the bottom. I'm like, oh snap! I know what that means! So that's been exciting for me. I feel like if people were speaking Japanese around me, I'd be able to pick up a couple of words. Officially, I know 750 words. That's what Duolingo tells me. I'm gonna show you guys. So it has the words, and if I know them strong, pretty good, time to practice, or overdue. So you scroll down, those are all the words I know really well. And then if you keep scrolling, dang, okay. I see but there are words that I don't know well. The point is that Duolingo will show you what you need to work on. Of course, that's only on the desktop edition. If you have the app on your phone or on your iPad, you can't see how many words you know, so you'd have to log into a desktop or a laptop to see it. But even though that's all I've done, I'm only on the second checkpoint, second and 3/4, whatever, I can still understand some words. So that's why I'm really excited to get all the way to the end and then come back and show you guys. Second thing, Duolingo is set up like a game. So it's fun to do it every day. I look forward to making sure that my streak is on point and that I stay on it, because when you get one wrong, you lose a life. If you get it right, you advance, you get a crown. When you finish a lesson, you get money or gems to use in their little shop, which is cute. You can freeze your streak if you forget a day, little things like that. So it makes it fun to have something to look forward to. And then the last pro is that they have online forums. It normally would be in person, but of course now it's on Zoom because ain't nobody trying to meet in person. We not trying to catch that Coco V. So you can sign up for them. I think there's a donation of $10 to be able to speak to a Japanese teacher. And you have a forum, so you get to practice with other people that are also beginners so that you can boost up your experience. Okay, the cons. Guess you weren't expecting that. Surprise. The first con, I do not feel confident enough to speak Japanese to anyone yet. I don't feel like I have the pronunciation down. I don't feel like I know enough words yet. To read it, I got you. I can read it, I get what they're saying, I can pick up on the hiragana and katakana and some of the kanji, but to speak it is a whole nother ballpark, boo. It kind of ties into the second con. In Duolingo, if you're familiar with the app, if you're learning Spanish or French or one of those Romance languages, they have a feature that you can speak back to the app and it will tell you if you're pronouncing things correctly or not. I don't know if it's because Japanese is on that it's that new on the block now, why they don't have that feature in the Japanese lessons yet, but I wish that they did so I can know if I'm saying what I'm saying right. I just want to have a conversation with someone. Konnichiwa. The third thing is there is no way, boo-boo, I'm just telling you this up front and center, you cannot use Duolingo and then just know Japanese. Even though Duolingo has a lot of good tips in the lessons, they break down some of the things grammatically, why some things are formal, why some things are not, and all these different lessons. I still do not feel like you can do Duolingo all the way through and then just be fluent in Japanese. You definitely have to work outside of Duolingo. I had to study these characters for myself in order to have a good foundation to learn. So I couldn't just use Duolingo. So now, as promised, I don't know know why I'm jumping. I think I'm just so free because of the chair. It's gone. Notice? Couldn't do that if I was in a chair, could I? The next thing I'm gonna give you guys is some tips. Some things I wish I knew when I was starting out so I didn't waste time doing things the incorrect way. The first tip I have is that romanji is trash. Do not try and learn Japanese using romanji. It's like the alphabet, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, Q, R, S, T, U. So the alphabet, they use it to try and break down Japanese words, but it ends up messing with your pronunciation. So do not use romanji. Try to learn Japanese without it if possible. It's gonna mess up your pronunciation and make you sound like a foreigner when you go to Japan, if you ever go to Japan. So don't use it. Second thing that I did not know is that when you're writing in Japanese, the characters, here, let me show you. Okay, so for example, right, in English, I'm gonna use green because that matches my whole like. If you're writing an A in English, you can write like A like this. You can write this if you want to write it like that if you want. Like, no one's gonna care. Everybody's gonna know that it's an A, right? But if you are writing ka in Japanese, ka in Japanese, it looks like this. You have to start from this, then this, then this. That way. You cannot just do like, like that's not how they do it. Which I did not know. I thought was crazy. I was like, it's the same, like, it's similar enough, isn't it? But no. In Japanese, you read from bottom to top and then from right to left. There's no spaces in between the characters. So if somebody's writing you a note real quick, the only way to know what they meant will be by the stroke order. So yeah, it's important. Let me get a chair. Oh, I'm gonna put the resources that I use to learn all this stuff in my description box below. So if you really want to learn, then check it out. I'll let you guys know what I use and where I got all this information from. The biggest thing is Tae Kim's Guide to Learning Japanese. I don't know who Tae Kim is. Probably a Japanese teacher. Duh. But he helped me a lot to understand the grammar, why things are put in the order that they're put into, and he does it in a way that it's not like, oh, here are some quick tips if you want to learn Japanese tomorrow, but it gives you good foundation. So that was really helpful to me. I'm still getting through it, still taking notes, still studying. And then there's Japanese, the dictionary, if you don't understand a word, if you want to know stroke order for some kanji, stroke order for some hiragana, katakana, then you can find it in the dictionary. Kana is an app that will help you to learn the stroke orders. Guys, the stroke order is important. And then, of course, Kaizen. Kaizen is another app that will help you with the pronunciation. So it has what Duolingo doesn't in the pronunciation aspect. It will drill you until you are saying the word properly. Sometimes it's annoying, and I've decided to wait until I get to the third checkpoint and beyond to start using that app consistently. And then I'm gonna highlight some YouTubers that helped me out. Chad Zimmerman is a great one. He has all these beginner resources that you can check out, the textbooks, which mangas to start out with. Such amazing resources. I'll put his YouTube in the description. Why do I keep, you can't, in the description box below. And then, what is her name? I'm gonna have to look it up. The girl that told me that romanji was trash, Euodias. I don't know if that's right. Yes. Another thing that is tips that I can suggest is watch anime. Hello, that is fun. That's a good tip. That's also something that Tae Kim suggests, is watching Japanese TV, reading Japanese comic books, reading manga. That will help get you familiarized with the language. So those are all of my tips if you want to learn Japanese, things that I wish I knew as a Duolingo 100 days streaker. Those are my pros, those are my cons. Thank you so much for watching. If I forgot something, tell me in the comments below if you have anime suggestions, manga suggestions, any Japanese cultural thing that you loved and you want to share. Please let me know. If you like this video, just hit the like button. If you like the content that your girl is dropping, hit that subscribe button because you know you want to see your girl. I am Kimmy, your favorite Jamaican New Yorker, and I'll be back next week Friday with another video. So like, subscribe, comment, share this amongst your friends and family members so that they can see what you see, which is me.